Yeah, I notice, so for example, if I'm trying not to do therapy tonight, but if I notice myself, there's a part of me sometimes that wants to do a really good job and make everybody happy. And that's a different quality of interview that I have versus if I'm in myself and I don't really have an agenda and I'm going off of what I'm feeling is curious.
Exactly.
But if all of a sudden this part comes up that is Soren, all these people came, some people traveled from freaking Europe, this better go good. Okay, let me perform. Let me make sure I have really intelligent questions and make sure there's never a pause and make sure that's a part of me that like takes that fear and tries to then bring it in. And I think what you're inviting us to is if I can notice that part, or whatever that part is, I can be conscious of that part, and then self-energy comes more naturally from kind of the moment and kind of like a natural curiosity. Would that?
Yeah, not only can you notice it, but...
Not that I would ever do that or any have that tendency, but...
You're talking about some other interview.
Some other person,
You don't just notice it, though.
Okay.
In IFS, you would notice it, and then you would comfort it, and you would maybe even in your inner world embrace it, and let it know, I get, you really want this to be perfect.
And
I
really want to be loved by all these people.
I want to be loved, desperate to be loved. But right now, just let me handle today. Let me I can do it, and I'll talk to you later. And now, after years of practice, I can feel that literal energy shifting out of my body. And then my heart opens up again, I'm calm again, and so that's become a kind of life practice, that piece of it.
And like right now, do you feel like, are there parts emerging, or do you feel like in that self-energy, like even now, are you kind of like noticing, oh, there's a stage, there's lights, there's this part that's like, make this good, dig, or are there parts that are also working with you and you're kind of having some kind of invitation for them?
I'm very happy that because they'd been around all after, and this is a long time to wait to present. And I had to watch so many fabulous presentations, so the bar feels really high. So I had these anxious parts that were hanging around all day. And I, would try to work with them, but I couldn't be sure they would give me a break. And I walked out here, and I'm really feeling a lot of what we call self-energy, this vibrating energy that's running through my body. And just loving being with you. I always loved being with you. So
that's why I always found that there's a magic that I love preparation, and I love getting prepared, and all those pieces. And then I also feel like there is something about a moment. And that it can be guided by something kind of bigger than my plan, and that usually something better can happen.